Bottom line is this voter ID is not controversial in this country. Wow, look at that number, huh? Democrat 71%, Republican obviously 95%, right? And
Down on this, right?
yeah, here's the thing. I've asked my Democrat friends. They also approve of voter IDs, but you have like evil politicians trying to gather votes from illegal immigrants to retrieve more votes and remain in power. But like if you ask anyone with common sense, they are very pro voter ID.
Breakdown on this, right? Because I think a lot of people make the argument that people of color, non-white Americans, have a harder time procuring a photo ID to vote. But even here, take a look here. Favorite photo ID to vote. 85% of white people favor it. 82% of Latino. 76.
Yeah. Speaking of Latinos and illegal immigrants, even Latinos don't want their own people in USA. As strange as it sounds, even Latinos don't want them. Because why? They've been there before and they don't want to deal with those people. That's why they came here. They came here to avoid those people. That's why you see so much support from the Latino community because they think that it is dangerous there. The people there are insane. And if they come here, then they gotta escape to somewhere else afterwards, which is why Latino is very anti-Latino, as weird as it sounds. I know a fair share of people, fair share of Hispanic people that are pro-ICE.
Percent of black Americans favor it. So the bottom line is this. Voter ID is not controversial in this country. A photo ID to vote is not controversial in this country. It is not controversial by party, and it is not controversial by race. The vast majority of Americans agree with Nicki Minaj that, in fact, you should have a photo ID to be able to vote.
Yes. So yeah, back to like my thing about Latinos and not wanting Latinos in United States. The ones that migrated here, whether it's legally or illegally, they do not want more Latinos in United States. And then they're also pro-ICE, as weird as it sounds. And I would tell this to my Democrat friends, right? They would be like, why? That doesn't make any sense. Why would Latinos be racist against themselves? It's not that they're racist against themselves. It's just that, well, I mean, it's a third world country, right? You have third world behavior and they live there. They know what's it like, right? You're just some tech girl. You're just someone that's been living a posh life. Do you think you understand what's it like to live in a third world country, especially when you're a dainty female? No, it's fucking terrifying. And then I would implore them, hey, go to Mexico. Go live there for a while. You will very soon learn that you do not want to you do not want these people in here. You will very soon believe that ICE is a good thing. Once you travel to these third world countries, you're gonna learn hard and fast. Some of you guys might learn it the really hard way, but most of you guys are gonna learn the hard way. If you can't learn after going to a third world country where the slums are, where the shitholes are, not the touristy places in Mexico or El Salvador. I'm talking about like regular common places. Once you go to those areas, you will very soon realize why people came here because it is fucking terrifying.